carpools are now mandatory. Hey, how about catching a ride with a Fezitorial? Well. Due to heavy traffic congestion, the mayor and the city have decided that commuters must now carpool into Manhattan. And I haven't seen this many people packed into a car since that drunken night after a concert when I found myself nude and crammed in my Yugo with all the members of Air Supply. We partied until I was literally all out of love. But what really torpedoes my tuna boat is the fact that in the middle of a crisis, some people are complaining about this carpooling inconvenience, when it can actually be no problema if you just take some advice. First of all, follow the rules. Every car coming into Manhattan must have a driver, which for some reason is required, and at least one other passenger. Note, a third-grade boy tied up and laying on the floor of the back seat does not qualify as a passenger. Trust me, I found out the hard way. Besides, even when gagged, they can still produce those muffled screams. And who needs that while stuck in traffic? Next, be prepared to be inspected. Make sure everything is in clear sight of the police. It'll make the roadblocks move much faster. For example, when an officer approached my vehicle, I immediately lifted my skirt and offered to let him search what I like to call the enchanted forest. I was quickly told to move on and was immediately on my way. Also, be a considerate carpool buddy. Sharing breakfast together? Good idea. Too many breakfast burritos with the windows rolled up? Bad idea. Bringing music from home to enjoy during the ride? Good idea. Bringing the best of Ray Stevens? Bad idea. Giving others a ride into the city? Good idea. Giving terrorists a ride into the city? Bad idea. Really bad idea. But you know, this whole thing reminds me of growing up in Pinellas Park, Florida, where a carpool usually meant someone putting a liner in the bed of the El Camino up on blocks in their yard and then filling it with water for the kids to play in. But it was there that I first learned about organizing carpools. I remember Mother putting together a carpool with our handyman named Bobo. They even had a meeting about it out in our barn where Bobo had brought several of his male friends. It seemed like too many people for our car, but out in that barn, Mother said she could take every one of them. She said she could fit 3 in the front and still take 2 in the back. And then for some reason, she said that would still leave her mouth free to... Wait a minute. Mama got the gangbang. Anywho, we can all do our part by carpooling. And remember, carpooling with a friend from work? Good! Carpooling with Jason Priestley, Matthew Perry, or Nikki Taylor? Bad! And let's stop complaining, and instead, roll down those windows, and let's hear it from more than one person in each car that we're here, we're queer, we will not disappear. This has been my Fezitorial. Thank you! Where's Ronnie? Where is Ronnie?
Woo! A Fezitorial.